Hi guys. I'll be doing a video or a guide on Claudio today. Thank you guys for the feedback on the Lee videos. I know I'm kind of new to this. All your feedback is much appreciated. I don't take them offensively. I take them as, you know, a way to improve myself. So thanks for that. All right, so let's get started. um, all right, we're gonna do Claudio today. I rate him about somewhere between a 3 and 5 in difficulty. He's actually quite simple. There's one difficult thing I could think of that if you do master, it'll take you a long way. Alright, and we'll go over that in detail later. But okay, I'm going to do the same format as the Lee video I did. We're going to talk about his mechanics a little bit. Alright, first, so let's get started. Alright, so Claudio has no stance, no, wave stuff. He's very standard. He doesn't have anything. To be honest, there's no wave or anything. That's why I rate him very low, and in the way that you can pick him up very easily. Okay. However, he does have something called he has something called the Starburst. Starburst, yeah. It's this thing right here where his hand turns blue. Okay. I think he says offset. Okay. We're gonna talk about this first. This is his, I guess, his only mechanic he has. I guess you can say. Okay. So what exactly is this Starburst? What happens when his hands turn blue? Well, he gains additional attacks, additional moves. Okay. I think he has about 5 of them. Let's take a quick look at it, actually. Let's go to move lists. Okay, see, commands during Starburst. Here you go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only gonna go over 2 of them. And I'll talk about the other 3. I'm gonna go 2 of them in detail and just talk about the other 3 just a little bit. The reason is 3 of them are useless. You will almost never use them. Okay? Alright, so let's talk. I'm going to talk about Starburst for quite a bit because it's a very key point of this character. Okay, so how do I get Starburst? Like, what moves do I have to do in order to get this skill triggered on him? It's kind of different from Lee. You can't just press, both kicks and get into hit. He can get into Hitman. Lee can get into Hitman, but he doesn't have any special, trigger buttons that he can do to just have this pop out. So you have to do it after a move, and I will talk about all of them and its uses and what I recommend using. Okay. So number 1, it's going to be your Punisher. This is a very good move. Please keep this one in mind. It's going to be forward right punch, right punch. Okay. This is your 10-hit Punisher. Let me give you an example. Command. Repeat action. Where's this? Actually, sorry guys, hold on. Silver heel? No. Oh, there you go, that's fine. So, Silver Arrow, okay. It's his knee. It's punishable by 10 frame, right? Okay, so, bam. Alright, you got your offset, Starburst. Alright, so, this is a move you want to always keep in mind for punishing. You will get your Starburst, you use it to punish, okay? That's one way of getting it. Second way is forward, right punch. I think it's called Ida in English, or sorry, Japanese. I don't know what it's called in English, but the command is forward, right punch. It's one of those while running attacks, okay? Here it is right here. Alright, offset right there. Okay. The second one, or sorry, the third one's gonna be back, right kick, right punch. Okay. I'll talk about, you know, safe moves and stuff later. Stick to Starburst right now. So this will trigger it. This is used in a combo. Offset, there you go. Okay. You can do it that way. Another one is right punch, left punch, right punch. We'll talk about details and moves later, but you can use that in the combo also. Oops, my mistake. That third hit will hit. Yep, okay, an offset right there. Okay, another one is back left punch. Oh, sorry, back right punch. Okay, I do not recommend using that move. It's a middle, right? I think it's a high. Yeah, it's a high. There's no advantageous thing for using this. If it counters, it does nothing. Okay, so there's that one. What else is there? Let's see. I guess that's it, actually. So the most common ones that you will hit them with is in your combo. You most likely get your Starburst that way, or this way. Those are the two major ways of getting it. Okay, so let's go into detail about Starburst. So let's say you have it. That's great. Oh, sorry. Here's one more. It's forward, forward, right punch, right punch. Oh, maybe not. Forward, forward, right punch, and both punches. Okay. I don't recommend using that much either. All right. So let's talk about this move again. Let me just. I want to keep him in the middle of the screen here. Okay, so I've mentioned there are 5 or 6 moves that uses Starburst. But the two main ones that I want to talk about is this one. See, my Starburst is gone. Once you trigger it, it's gonna disappear. This one, I mean down, right punch, right punch. And my second one I want to talk about is forward, both punches, both punches. That right there. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happens if I hit them with it. Okay, so let's do the forward, left punch, right punch first. Okay. Let me get over there. Okay, it twirls him like that. You can put him into a combo, and it's gonna hurt like hell. And you get your Starburst back. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. Let's look at the other one. Okay. Okay, so it's down, right punch, right punch. I can pick him up. Alright. Offset right there. So, I want to talk a little bit about something that people don't think about too much. When I used to play with Ranka, one of the best tips he told me, or one of the flaws that he pointed out that I had was I looked at my character too much. What am I gonna do? You know, what am my combos, my mix-up, what am I gonna do? He told me my flaw was I never thought about what the opponent felt like during the situation. Okay, so the situation here is I have Starburst. What does that mean for the opponent? That means the opponent is one step away from shitting his pants. He is afraid that you're going to be doing these moves, okay? Sorry, before I get into more detail on that, without Starburst, you can't trigger the second hit. So, for example, the forward right punch, left punch, I can't, there's no second hit, okay? Same thing with the bottom right punch, there's no second hit. Now, what Ranka meant by that, it was very important because now that I have this Starburst, right, the opponent knows I now have a second hit, okay? The opponent needs to be extra careful, extra careful now. For example, here's a good one that everybody does, is I stop. What if I stop at the first hit? I don't use my Starburst, and the opponent knows there's going to be a second hit, but you know he's going to be in block state. Let me put these guys on block real quick. Okay. Hold on. Oops. Great. Sorry, guys. So the fact that I have this, and I'm a huge threat now. I can stop at the first hit. They can block the second hit, by the way. They can block the second hit, okay? So they're gonna duck. They're gonna try not to get hit by the second one. So I can kind of fake it. Okay. I can fake that. Don't do a second. What's pretty common is that, and do it again. But do the second hit, alright? That's pretty common. It kind of scares them off. What I do that might be quite interesting is I keep it and I don't ever do anything. I never do my second hit skill. I just keep it on me the whole time. Why do I do that? It's because they're at a constant defending state, you know? They're always ready for that hit, and then you know they're always gonna block after the second one, most likely. You get the occasional guys that want to attack you on that second hit. You always have that guy ducking like that. All right, so that's Starburst. It's you putting them in a situation where they have to decide if they should take that leap of faith and try to interrupt your attacks. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's Starburst. Not too bad. Not too bad. I'll show you some uses of it. Let's say, for example, the stand guards. Okay. Let me get my Starburst real quick. Close to the wall. Okay, so I have my Starburst, right? Let's say, I'll talk about the moves, but here's some uses. Okay, so what happened there was this attack here. I'll talk about useful moves. It's like a +5. You can see that my flashing goes off faster than Lee's, a lot faster. And I could pull that down punch very easily after that. So let's say, for instance, you do have Starburst and you were going to attempt that, and the opponent kind of, you know, they think it's coming. Well, do something like this. You see that? It kind of puts them in a 50-50 situation there. They could always block the second hit, but they gotta be pretty quick. Okay. Alright, let's now talk about useful moves. Now, Claudio is the king of distance. He has so many... He has so many moves that reaches so far away. So, yeah, he can fight at a pretty good distance. For example, this move right here, you see I'm kind of far away from him. This move meaning up, right kick. It hits them at this distance, man. It is unbelievably strong. We're gonna talk about this move first, okay? So, I think it's like, I forgot what it's called. It's like Sky something. But the command is up, right kick. Okay. Very fast, very powerful combo starter. Okay, so let's say, for example, I do 1, 2, sidestep, bam. Okay. Let's get this guy blocking. Alright. He blocked it, sidestep. He can't hit you, and you can punish him like that. That's cool. That's a good mix-up. Alright, very powerful. Use this all the time. It is punishable, but it's worth it. I don't care if you spam it 3 times in a row and you get punished. It's the risk and reward is so high for this attack. Okay. All right. So there's that. Just talk about this a little bit. There was actually a nerf for this attack. There was one point where I can stand here, and it hit you. It was ridiculous. The moment I hit Claudio on my opponent, I just quit the game. When Tekken 7 first came out, it was stupid. So they changed it because they acknowledged that it was OP. All right. So that's the history of that move. All right. Second useful move is going to be back right kick and right punch. This right here. You see that reach? I'm kind of like right here. And what's good about this is, number 1, you can delay it. See that? Number 2, you cannot get punished. Alright. I recommend blocking afterwards because you're kind of vulnerable. They can't hit you, but they have an advantage over you. You gotta be in a guard state after that, I recommend, okay? I'll talk about that too. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. So, yeah, there's, just quick recap. This upright kick, and back right kick, and right punch. Alright. Another useful move is sidestep, right kick. Alright, so here's what it is. There you go. It's strong, it gives you a frame advantage, and the fact that you're sidestepping to trigger it, if you do that, you know, you could sidestep their move and hit them, okay? So this complements this move right here. Okay, so what do I mean by that? You either have the choice to duck and block that attack, or you can duck like an idiot, thinking that's coming, and get hit by that. It puts the opponent in a pretty nasty situation. So let's say, for example, you know, I'm punching my way away, sidestep, do that, whatever. You know, do that. Okay. That's a pretty easy and common thing to do. All right. So another thing is, if you do hit that, oh, okay, hold on. Let's go over more moves first. The fourth move I want to talk about is the forward right punch. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on this. Now, the reason why I gave Claudio difficulty between 3 to 5 is if you want to be very efficient at him and hit high ranks, you're gonna need to master this. And the following move is called Ida in Japanese. I don't know what's in English. It's forward right punch. All right, here we go. It's that right there. A lot of characters have like forward right punch stuff, like Dragunov. Lars has his little forward kick thing. It's a move that puts you in a huge frame advantage. Okay, there's nothing you can do after that for the opponent to, if you attack them, they can't break it. Or if they try to attack you after that. Okay, so why is this something I have to master? Well, I mean, check this out. It is annoying. You know, like, it is a very annoying move. One thing to note, it is a high, so they can duck it. But if they do duck it, if they get in the habit of ducking, they have, guess what they're going to be risking themselves to. So if they duck it, yeah, they can kind of launch you. But the thing about this move is I can kind of hit you from like where I'm at right now. So hold on, let me. So let's say I kind of start from right here. See how I kind of reached them from kind of like around here? Yeah, so it's kind of hard to duck. And if you do duck it, dude, pull that off on them. All right, or a mid. I'll talk about a good mid here in a second. You remember this has long reach too? Okay. So that's your little mix-up there. Very fast Claudio players kind of mix in between them very quickly, and then bam, 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 whatever. That. Yeah, they use this a lot. The combination of this jump and that Ida forward right punch. All right. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more here soon, but in order to do that, we need to check out other moves. So I mentioned he's a distance king guy. So here's another move that has pretty far distance attack. It's forward left kick. Why is this strong? Number one, it's middle. Number two, it's actually a homing skill. Alright. So, for example, one thing you can do is, let's say you do that little sidestep thing. Remember I was talking about you have the option to do this or maybe this. However, if you're afraid they'll block any of those attacks, try just harass them with this one. All right, it's a middle. It cannot be punished, and it has long range. As a matter of fact, instead of doing that all the time and this all the time, just use this. You know, see how far that reaches? Holy crap, man! All right. Okay, so recap on moves that we can use that are useful. This, that, forward right punch. Sorry guys. Forward left kick, back right kick, right punch. I guess you can use sometimes. Pretty good. Okay. And sidestep, right kick. And all right. So next one I want to talk about is your left punch, right punch. Pretty standard move, right? This guy does not have a short uppercut like Shaheen or Lee does. He has a fake one. Yeah, it actually has a second hit to it, and if they block it, you get launched. So, unlike Lee, you can't really go like this because it's kind of slow. You're vulnerable afterwards. You can't really do much quickly. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, what do I do? The left punch, right punch, yep. So this right here is very strong. Let's say you do hit them. You see how I unflash myself? I'm at a huge frame advantage before he does. You know, if I do, you could use it as a punisher too, instead of doing forward right punch, right punch. You know, you could grab him, whatever, down, left kick. But there's actually a match with I think Help Me versus Knee, and all he does it's Claudio versus I think Kazuya or something. All he does is this 80% of the time. Why is it strong? It's because the mix-up you can do, even if they block it. For example, you know, you can stop them if they want to kind of try to stop you. And guess what? If you pull that on them, you know, you can, if you're fast enough. Oh man, I can't do it. You can do something like that. You know, pressure him. This is huge pressure. Sidestep, do it again. Sidestep, do it again. That's fine. Stop it once in a while. That's fine. All right. So I recommend using this as much as you can. I'll show you a match where, as a matter of fact, I'll show you a match where this is all I do. I can show you one where I'm just doing this 80% of the time. Okay. So that's actually about it for all the strong strong skills for this guy. Actually, one more I'll go over is back left kick right punch. I'm sorry. Down forward left kick right punch. That's pretty strong too because you could sidestep immediately after it. There's not much of a minus frame thing going on here. Sidestep, do something like that. That's cool. You can, yeah, I mean, but it doesn't beat the usefulness of this right here. So it does have range though. Okay. Oh, one more useful move, but it's high risk. Is gonna be down back left kick right here. If it counter hits, you could go into a combo. Alright. If they block it, they can launch you. It has pretty good range though. You can do it from here, and it also ducks high attacks. So use it at your own risk. Not that many people block it unless they're kind of expecting it. Yeah, so there's that move. Another move that's pretty good is, I talked about this being your go-to mid kind of attack, but another one is back left kick. It's this little knee. This is a nutcracker. It's pretty strong. No, it's not punishable. It's pretty quick. See, it's very quick. So the good use of this is, I mean, after this you can do that if you want. That's fine. Or down left kick. That's a good one too because it ducks their highs. That's a good mix-up right there. It's funny how he puts his two fingers out at the same time. Oops. So yeah, this back left kick and down left kick. All right, so let's do a recap. There's quite a few. Starburst, or not Starburst. Sky whatever. Sky kick. Up right kick. Forward right punch. Back right kick right punch. Okay, delay if you want. Down back left kick. Alright. Left punch right punch. Alright. Forward left kick. Uses all the time. All the time. All the time. Alright. Back left kick. Over there. Alright. Oh, I have an achievement. Alright. So I want to go back to this skill a little bit more. It's a very interesting skill. It's supposed to be, it says mid, right? But watch this. It's kind of a weird one. It actually hits low characters too that are down on the ground or things like Xiaoyu. I'll give you an example. Sorry, this is a bad one. Hold on. See, he's on the ground. It hits them. It's a weird one. See, it actually hits them on the ground. Okay, you get my point. All right, so those are the useful moves. Some of the useless moves, I guess I'll talk about. One of them is with the Starburst. It's gonna be a back right kick, left kick, right punch. You could use this to newbies that don't know that move, but if they block all three of them, I think they can punish you. Let me see. Let's find out. I got a guard ring. Yeah, his light flashes or flashes off deforming. So that's kind of a useless Starburst usage right there. Other kind of useless moves. Sorry, let's go over one more useful one. It's gonna be up, forward, left kick. It's gonna be that, okay? And I'm gonna talk about another useful move here. Sorry. Alright, here we go. So let's say, for instance, he guards this. He's not gonna be able to break it. Look at the frame advantage. You get probably like a +1 or something. And there's a... we call this Majinke in Japan. It's kind of like Kazuya's little mid attack, where if he counters you, it goes into a combo. If he blocks it, he can punish you. But one thing you can do is, and then bam, they cannot interrupt that. All right, combo them. All right. So yeah, this one. Up left kick, and down forward right punch. Okay, so this is the other frame advantage, like right in front of your face kind of thing, right? Another one I think is a forward right kick. This one's okay too. You could use either or. What I like to do is sidestep, bam. You know. I like to do this. All right, I'll put some matches up later and show you, but all right. Sorry about that, going back and forth there. So let's get back to the useless moves. So I discussed the one with the Starburst. Another kind of useless move here is let's see. Not useless, but you gotta be careful. He has a whole bunch of 3-hit attacks. Right punch, left punch, right punch, for example. If they block your 3rd hit, I think they can launch you. Okay. Okay, so watch out for this skill. Actually, I might stop right there. He doesn't have that many, he's a very safe character to play. And the skills that I showed you is probably the only ones you're gonna use. So let's go to his move list. I think he only has like 50. Yeah, he only has about 50 skills. Alright. And the common ones are the ones that I showed you. Those are probably just about the only ones that you're going to be using. I gotta watch out for that 3rd hit too. It's going to be forward, right punch, left punch, and both punches. Okay. Alright, okay, so I wanted to talk about his advanced stuff. Remember, I mentioned I'm going to talk in detail about this more. You're going to need to be able to do this right in front of their face if you want to get good at this guy, like really high tier, high ranks. Let me show you an example. By no means is this required, but it annoys the crap out of the opponent. I can pull that off. It's very hard to do. So let's say they're at the wall, right? And then you're just kind of harassing them away. Man, that is annoying. Holy crap. If you're in their position and you're getting this frame advantage after frame advantage, they're just, they can't do anything. If you mess up, that's what's gonna happen. This move right here is gonna pop out. Or that one, or that one. It's actually a forward right punch. What we want to do is forward right punch. Okay. Yeah, I can't. Wow, I don't like this controller, guys. See how annoying as shit that is. It is very strong. So one thing you want to practice with this guy is being able to do that in his face. Excuse me. What I recommend doing that's a little bit easier than kind of doing it right here is doing it after a move. For example, forward, left, right kick, and then kind of doing it afterwards. If I can do it, yeah. Oh jeez, my controller. Wow. Sorry guys, my joystick is not acting correctly. Okay, so something like that. Low punch. Okay. It's a little bit easier to do it that way. But yeah, this move, try to use it whenever you can. It's pretty good. Very good, actually. If they block it, let's think about things that, you know, we can do. What I like to do is... What I like to do... If my controller works, is grab them. That's one. That's good. If you want to play the poking game, that's cool. Just do the bottom left kick, down left kick. Sidestep that. Or play the mixed game, do that. You know, there's so many variations you can do, and I'll kind of leave that up to you guys. These are some examples. Alright. And honestly, that's actually it for Claudio. Sorry, let's go over one more thing, and then I promise I'll be done. He has a right kick, also kind of like Lee. It seems a bit sluggish and slow, but if you counter hit them, you can go into a combo. However, you need to counter hit them and press the left kick too. It becomes a move. It's this move right here, right kick, left kick, right there. It's a string. They don't connect if the first hit hits them normally, the second won't hit if they block. So what happens if the first one hits as a counter and the second one hits, you go into a combo. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's an okay move to do. I do it sometimes. The only thing is if they do block it, it's kind of sucks for you. Yeah, so he kind of gets a frame advantage after that, or you're at a minus frame at least. Okay. Alright, short video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll have some matches up with this guy. In the meantime, please enjoy me kicking the CPU's butt a little bit. Alright. Alright guys, thanks for watching.